Hello, Shivam.
Morning, sir. Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Had your breakfast?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible clearly?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Are we good to go?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you introduce yourself to the board, Shivam?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sirs. My name is SHIVAM SINGH, and I belong to Raebareli district of Uttar Pradesh. I did my schooling from Raebareli itself. After that, I did my graduation and post-graduation from IIT Nagar in mechanical engineering. Presently, I'm working in Indian Revenue Services, Customs and Indirect Taxes. And prior to that, I worked in as a deputy collector in Uttar Pradesh. And my hobbies are playing computer games and watching podcasts.
You watch podcast.
Yes, ma'am.
You are from Raebareli,
Yes,
right? How can you connect the civil disobedience movement to Raebareli?
Ma'am, Raebareli, the CDM movement, there was a Kisan Andolan that happened in the Raebareli, and it was during the time of the civil disobedience movement. The famous personality of that period was Rana Beni Madhav, who led the group of Kisans against the colonial ruling at that time. And this much I can remember.
Okay. Have you been to Kumbh Mela?
No, ma'am, I have not been able to visit Kumbh Mela since I am presently undergoing my training.
See, the reasons tragedy happened in Kumbh Mela might have been managed even more efficiently. What do you think about it? If you are given the task to manage it, how will you manage it?
Ma'am, according to my understanding, I think the footfall has to be controlled, and like giving the passes, the number of devotees that has to be present at particular time has to be regulated, and there must be a free flow of the devotees. Like those who are having their sacred dip must go out and move out, should not just flock there. And I think these are the major concerns that has been there.
Women in Uttar Pradesh are backward. What do you say about it?
It has been a notion for in the past, but I think presently there have been many famous women leaders, or you can say the women sportsperson who came out from the Uttar Pradesh and leading the flag of the Uttar Pradesh. And now the Uttar Pradesh government has also been doing a bit for the development of women, like Kanya Sumangla Yojana and other schemes are there, which are promoting the women education. And I think lot has to be done, but we have come a way forward for promoting the women in the Uttar Pradesh.
What are the three most challenges facing by Uttar Pradesh right now?
The first one is the difference in the regional development, which is there. Like in the Bundelkhand region and the eastern Uttar Pradesh is relatively less developed as compared to the western Uttar Pradesh. And the second one is the availability of safe and clean drinking water, which I have personally seen while being posted as in Gorakhpur. And the third one is since we have organized the investor summit for the past 3 years, the ground realities are slightly different as compared to what is being shown in the facts. And the ground implementation of the program has been relatively less as compared to what has been proposed.
Okay. If you're posted in Raebareli, what is the first thing you wish to work for?
Ma'am, since the time of my working as a deputy collector, my inclination has been towards improving the PSC and CSC level health systems, like the public health system at the basic ground level. Because what I have seen, this situation at the primary healthcare level hasn't been well. There has been flogging of the patients, but the availability of doctors has been relatively less. So I think this has to be catered so that our preventive and curative system at the primary healthcare level must be improved.
You have secured a good marks in your graduation and post graduation also. You could be a good mechanical engineer, but why you left that career and why you want to be a administrator?
Ma'am, even if I have been a good mechanical engineer, I would have contributed for the growth of this country. And so as I'm contributing as an administrator and would be contributing as an administrator, I think the values and the principles that I have learned during engineering have come handy for me in during the preparation also and the further course also. I think ultimately it's benefiting me and the nation.
What is the mechanism of debunking of rockets recently by Elon Musk?
Pardon, ma'am, I'm not sure about
You're
it.
not aware of it.
Yes.
Have you heard of recent H-1B visa?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the issue regarding?
Ma'am, H-1B visa is given to the skilled professionals that are going from other countries to US, and the highest beneficiary is India. And the recent executive order given by Honorable President of the America that birthright citizenship has to be removed. It is going to highly impact the H-1 visa owners because their daughters or sons who are taking birth in America used to get the citizenship by birth in America, and now there will be issue for the owners of the H-1B visa.
So, what is your opinion of removing the citizenship by birth recently by Trump? Is it right?
Ma'am, we should look it from the perspective of America itself, and like when it comes to the sovereign decisions taken by the country like America, and we should respect it. And I think it is up to them to decide whether what sort of citizenship should be granted to them.
How
So
it affects the people?
it will definitely affect people, and there is a certain criteria like who can get the citizenship. I think if people fall within that criteria, it's good to go. Otherwise, I think it's a sovereign decision. We should respect it.
Have you read budget?
Ma'am, yesterday only we came back from our attachment from NISA. It was CISF Academy. So on the way, on the bus, I was reading the budget, and I think it's,
Why Bihar has given more priority in budget?
uh, according to my understanding, I think Bihar, since Bihar, the economic indicators and the other socio-economic indicators of Bihar are relatively less compared to other states, and it is imperative for the budget to show inclination towards the the improvement of different sector in Bihar, especially the Makhana board has been established and other decisions have been taken. I think because the growth of Bihar will ultimately result in growth of India and Viksit Bharat.
What do you think? Is BJP government being secular or acting secular?
This I can tell from from my experience. Like, while working, I have seen that the decisions that have been taken, like for example, the removal of loudspeakers from the mosques, that has been done by the administrators, and I was also there. So
Mm.
parallelly, this was also done from temples also.
Mm.
I myself went to many temples and mosques for this purpose. So I think on ground it is more secular, but what is being painted, it's more of a left wing and right wing things.
So, what is your opinion on VIP entry in the temples?
Ma'am, my personal understanding that there shouldn't be any VIP culture when it comes to visiting temples.
Then, will it not create stampede issues or inconvenience when the popular person comes to the temple? How will you manage that?
Yes, ma'am. There can be issue, but I think if we restrict the VIP culture and just provide them the normal security, since because they are dignitaries of our country, they should be given security. But the common public suffering on their account, it's not something good. And I think that's my opinion that proper security must be given, their protection must be taken off, but they should be at par with the common public. I think because religion is something which is equal to all.
Tell me, even after a huge market for automobiles in India, why we are not spending on research and development?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, because mostly our automobile market is dependent upon import of the
Yeah, that's what.
subparts.
Still, we are importing many engines and all. What
Yes,
will you suggest me if I want to change it?
ma'am, with the adoption of new technologies like the AI in the automobile and also the nanotechnology in the automobile, I think government must invest, and government is investing through missions like National AI Mission or the National Nanotechnology Mission in the automobile sector. But I think more private sector investment is required in the R&D sector.
So if you get IAS, you are to leave IRS, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it is higher in position.
Yes, ma'am.
Then tell me reasons where you will leave IAS and go somewhere else.
Ma'am, from personal perspective, coming into IAS has been my dream for past since I have started my preparation, and I believe that it will provide me all the avenues to work which I have in my mind to work. I think I will be much more satisfied and humble, and also motivated to work towards the people of India.
Can you come again?
Ma'am, I'm saying that coming into IAS would make me motivated enough and humble enough to work for the people of this country, and also being a bureaucrat during the time of this Viksit Bharat thing. I think I would be able to do much better for the country, and I think I will be looking for
So
better
I
opportunities.
am asking you, if you were to leave IAS in the future, what were the three reasons?
Ma'am, I have yet to think upon this because presently for me the getting into IAS is my dream, and I think I have yet to think upon beyond IAS.
If you get a chance of entering the politics after becoming an IAS, will you?
Delving
Then
into
you can be
future.
close to the people and know the struggles of the people and can solve it, right?
Exactly, ma'am. And I think delving into future, I can't say that I won't. But I think given the situation at that point of time, I would take the best decision that is the interest of me and the country.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Shivam, I start from the last question of ma'am. You mentioned that it is your dream to be an IAS. Now, could you elaborate why it is dream?
Sir, because coming from a middle class background, like when I started preparation for civil services, and I have been told by many and also experienced while interacting with many IAS officers when I was posted in a district. I think the way you want to work and the degree to which you want to work for the public is the highest that is available if you are an IAS. I think the opportunities that is being provided to an IAS to work for the public of India is by and large the most as compared to all other civil services. I think that's why I have inclination towards getting into Indian and civil services.
You have been in IRS, Indian Revenue Service, for the last about 3 years. Approximately, you started in 2021.
No, sir. Sir, I have joined IRS in last month itself, like on 9th of December.
Earlier, you were in
State
Deputy
basis.
Collector, Government of Uttar Pradesh. So it was a UP government,
Yes, sir.
UP service, UP
Yes, sir.
administrative service. So, but anyway, you are into administrative services for the last about 3 a little more than 3 years. So, have you done anything special where you feel that, yes, this is my contribution, where I feel satisfied that, look, this is what I did, and I take credit of it.
So straightforwardly, the first incident that comes to my mind is when I was posted in a subdivision. We call it Tehsil in Uttar Pradesh, and there was one old lady. She belonged to the minority community. She used to visit our Tehsil every day because there was a kacha road that goes by her house, and it was not being maintained by the pradhan of that house for some political reasons. And I immediately called upon the Pradhan and all the people from that village, the Lekpal Pradhan and all. And I've given them ultimatum that the road has to be prepared, or just you can use just simple bricks and the mud, but prepare it so that during the rainy season it doesn't fall out. And if you don't, then I will do the survey of all the Pradhan works that has been done in a village. And because of this fear and because of this scrutiny, the Pradhan has prepared that road. And that lady came to my office the next day and she was all praising that no one listens to us, but you have listened to me. I think that was the most satisfaction moment that happened to me.
Okay. So you feel that when you get into IAS, you will be able to do such similar things.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You mentioned about the use of AI into the announcement of our technology, because Madam said R&D, etc. So how does AI help in any R&D? Or whether Ma'am mentioned about the automobile sector, but you can take an example of any other sector where AI helps. How does AI help?
Sir, if you take an example of the health sector, suppose, like there is a humongous data that is being available, like the health data of the common public, the data regarding the medications that is being available. So for discovery of any new medicine, we need to take help of this data, this huge data that is available. And for processing of this data, we need AI models, that is large language models. And this AI models help in reduce the time that is required for processing of this data, and that would also provide me the new progressive solutions related to the health challenges that is being taking place at present time. I think this is how we can reduce time and come to the new solutions.
You were, if I ask you a little more in depth about AI, your specialization, or you were in mechanical engineer, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, and there was another question which ma'am asked you about the H-1B visa. So if a child is born in America and he's denied the citizenship right by the government of America, will the child get, sorry, Indian parents, will the child get Indian citizenship right? He's born in Chicago or somewhere in New York or somewhere. Will he get the citizenship right in India? Indian citizen.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm not very sure about it. I have to read more about it, sir.
Okay. And you have interest in sports. You mentioned about playing cricket at college level. So, what were your specialization in that?
Sir, I was wicketkeeper batsman in my college team.
Okay, you were wicketkeeper batsman. Would you name few wicket-keepers of Indian team? I mean, leave aside Dhoni and the yesteryears.
Yes, sir. Sir, we have Rishabh Pant as a wicketkeeper, and we have Dinesh Karthik as Rishabh Pant as a
No,
wicketkeeper.
I'm not talking of the recent ones. I'm talking of the ones who were, let's say, my time, when I was a student or when I was young. I mean, I'm talking, let's say, in 60s or those times. Since you talked about wicketkeeper, because we had a very famous wicketkeeper during that time also.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm not sure about it, sir. I'm not aware of it.
You have not heard of Farooq Engineer?
Sir, I've heard, but I'm not sure about wicketkeeper.
Okay, he was a famous wicketkeeper of his time. Anyway, you mentioned about campaign ambassador at Model UN Conference of Small Island.
Yes.
Could you tell me a little more about what it was and what it is?
Sir, it was UN simulated conference in which the participants were given different countries, and in this conference it was the smaller and developing states, in which the participants have to represent those countries and talk about the challenges which these countries are facing and the solutions that could be provided for these challenges.
So since you are a campaign ambassador, so how do you see UN as its importance, its relevance in today's world? Like we are having Ukraine-Russia war, you are having war in the Middle East. What is UN roles and how effective or is it? What are your take on this?
Sir, according to me, UN being the highest representative body of the world, I think it plays a very significant role at present also. But there have been challenges, I guess, since the past. Like the charter has not been changed. It has not been so much representative of the global south. I think we need to address these challenges, but given the importance of United Nations, it should stay. The participation should stay, but more representation from the developing countries should be there so that we could tackle these such situations and challenges of present days.
Okay, thank you.
I find that you are interested in cricket and that you are a wicket keeper.
Sir.
Wicket keeping definitely requires a very high level of fitness. What exercises you used to do?
Sir, we have a group in which we used to do squats. Like we used to sit and rise frequently, and we used to do the squats. And also, there was a simulated catching practice that was being done, like behind the stumps, because ball can come from any direction. You need to react quickly. I think these two exercises I used to do.
When was the reorganization of states done in India?
So it was right after independence, but I do not remember the dates. I have to read.
What was the basis of reorganization of Indian states?
Sir, it was on the linguistic basis initially.
Do you think it was the correct decision?
Sir, I think seeing the situation at present, I think it was fairly correct decision to organize the states because it was the demand from the public.
Don't you think that administratively this decision was bad?
Sir, yes, sir, there have been situations when this decision was criticized, but I think when we organized the states on the linguistic basis, since the demand was from public, it became easy to administer because
Which
we are
was the
addressing.
first Indian state to be bifurcated? Okay,
Yes,
it was Punjab. Is bifurcation good for the has proven good for the successor states? Successor states to Punjab were Haryana
yes, sir.
and Himachal Pradesh. So after they were carved out of Punjab, have they fared better or worse?
Sir, I have to read, sir. I can't comment on this.
Haryana and Himachal, incidentally, were the poorest and less developed states of Punjab. In today's states, Haryana is the number one. Himachal has also done very well.
Sir.
You mentioned when Madam asked you a question about auto engines, that a lot of auto engines are imported. Can you tell me the extent of import? Say 50%, 60%, 40%, 30%?
So then I would be guessing, sir. I think it's not correct, sir. I have to read. I will read about it, sir.
That means you are not aware whether Indian auto engines are really imported in the country in a big way?
So the parts of the automobile engines are being imported in a large extent, sir, and that is being assembled in India and being sold in India, sir.
You have studied in ISM Dhanbad. Can you tell me the name of the Don of Dhanbad in yesteryears? One famous personality.
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, it was Ramadhir Singh.
It was Suraj Dev Singh.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, Shivam. Being a returning officer in the panchayat elections, can you highlight the source of authority? From where you getting the source of authority?
Yes, sir. Sir, in the panchayat elections, the onus is on the state election commission to conduct the elections, but the power of the returning officer is coming from the district magistrate, who is the district returning officer. He appoints the returning officer and functions under this direction.
While you are performing the duties, which law is applicable on you?
So it was UP Panchayati Raj elections. There were some guidelines and rules.
And that law is getting authority from where?
So from 74th Amendment Act, 73rd Amendment Act.
Okay, so before 73rd Amendment, there is no authority to such law.
No, sir, it was there. It was there before 73rd, 74th Amendment Act, but these amendment acts have streamlined it across the country.
Now, while 73rd Amendment, but is which provision in the Constitution which we can see and that give the power to the state legislature?
Sir, I'm not able to get the question right.
My point is that by 73rd Amendment, you are saying streamline these.
Yes, sir.
So can you name the provisions or here which provision of Constitution after 73rd Amendment we can study and find the role played by you?
Sir, after 73rd Amendment, the panchayats and the urban local bodies have been organized into 3-tier structures. And for conducting of those elections, the appointees like us have been appointed in the districts.
Yeah, I'm getting that point, but the Constitution is a very big document in India. India's Constitution is the largest document. Which area we can find, go through and find that is here it is written? Is only 11th schedule or is there any other area of Constitution?
Sir, 11th and 12th schedule has been enacted, and I think, sir, this much I remember, sir.
So 11th schedule to be read with which part or article of Constitution?
Part 9 and Part 9, Part 9 and Part 9A.
So in Part 9 there is no provision which are related with what is panchayat, what is related with election of panchayats.
I'm not aware. I'm not able to recall it, sir.
Yeah, there is a very famous case, and in that case, issue raised before the Supreme Court that a person who having more than 2 children or having no, what we can say, bathroom latrine, he will not be eligible to contest the election, panchayat election. So, is it a right to prevent a person to contest the election in panchayats or local bodies, one who is not possessing these or the person is not matriculate? Is there a connection with education degree and with the democratic freedom to contest the election?
Sir, I think this much is the basic requirement, because if you are elected as a representative of that place, and you must be able to understand the demand of the public, I think for that, this much requirement is a basic requirement. But I think it's the right way to go forward.
So MP, MLA is also required to follow those or not?
No, sir, there isn't any standard qualification regarding the education per se for MPs and MLAs.
Then you also hold first position in IGRS. So can you elaborate this term, IGRS?
Sir, it's an integrated grievance redressal system, which is in place in Uttar Pradesh. It's a replicate of CP Grams, which is at the central level.
Okay, so it is related something with Jan Sunwai, public hearing.
Yes, sir. So through online mode.
Okay, so what ultimately we want to achieve by providing all these platforms?
Sir, we want to achieve good governance, because because if we listen to the issues of the common public and resolve them on time, it's a better governance that is being taking place.
Yes. So can you highlight the component of good governance?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think the first and foremost is the participation of the public and in every decision making, I think, and the second is the feedback mechanism. Like whenever any decision has to be implemented, there should be a proper feedback mechanism, like social audits and all. I think third is the accountability of the officials, those who are implementing the program and policies. I think these three are the main thing that come into my mind, sir.
Okay. Equality is not, rule of law is not.
So it is, sir. Yes, sir.
So when good governance day is celebrated?
Pardon me, sir.
When good governance day is celebrated in India?
Yes, sir. So it is celebrated on 25th of December.
Then yesterday in budget, there are certain domains or certain themes and vision. Can you highlight certain themes which our government want to achieve?
Yes, sir. Sir, so the main focus is to achieve the Viksit Bharat goal through zero poverty. And the second is through 70% participation of women in the economic activities by 2047. And also the saturation of primary and secondary school level education by that time. I think these were the aspirations of India going forward to Viksit Bharat goals.
So which provision of constitution gives power to the finance minister to do all these activities or representing the budget?
So the constitution under article number 112 provides for the annual financial statement, and that is being shown in the form of budget.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shivam, tell me what are the values an administrator must have?
Ma'am, the first one is the integrity, I think, because if we do not have integrity, then any decision will be compromised. And the second is the dedication towards public service and also the compassion and empathy towards the common public.
These three. Anything else you can think of?
Ma'am, objective decision making, like making decisions on the basis of facts and figures and not being influenced. Non-partisanship is also the most important. And
What do you mean by integrity, Shivam?
ma'am, integrity is the virtue that what we think and what we do are in close sync. Like if we think that something is wrong and if we are doing the same thing, then that means that we are lacking the integrity. Like if I feel that the corruption shouldn't be there and I'm also not doing the corruption, then that means I'm integrated. When people are not seeing me, I'm doing the correct thing. I think that's being the integrated part.
So tell me what is corruption according to you?
Ma'am, according to me, any undue influence in any functioning of the government, any sort of undue influence, not just the monetary influence, is corruption.
Okay. So you are a batsman.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what is dusra ball in cricket?
Ma'am, dusra is it's a spin bowling form that has been introduced by these great spinners like Harbhajan Singh and Muthiah Muralidharan in their time. And this much I know.
So tell me how batsmen have to handle it.
Yes, ma'am. I think batsman has to watch the wrist position of the bowler. At the time is balling being released from the wrist. I think if the batsman catches it from the wrist position, I think that can be played. But if the batsman doesn't able to catch the wrist position, it will be difficult for him to play.
So tell me who is more emotionally intelligent, women or men?
Ma'am, we cannot say if it's women or men. I think it depends upon situation. Like when a newborn is born, I think it's women who is more emotionally intelligent. And similarly, if in the professional life, if we have to deal with the emotions of common public, there is a male administrator, then I think at that point of time, it's the male person who is more emotionally intelligent.
Tell me, what are the qualities you secretly admire from your father, in your father?
Ma'am, the first thing is never losing hope. Like despite being unsuccessful for most part of his initial life, he didn't lose his calm and also continued to work as a common small street vendor. And till today, also he worked the same. And I think this is the thing which I have learned from him, like never to lose hope and never to feel bogged down about life.
What kind of business your father does, Shivam?
Ma'am, it's a small business about stationery supplies. And also he takes the tenders through government marketplace, which is the jam platform of the public.
Have you ever helped your father in his business?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, when I used to visit to my place and in the initial days when the bills were the offline form, he used to call me from my room and make me sit and write the items and the amount that is being sold so that that bill is prepared and on time and submitted in the next morning. That's how I have it.
Have you given any suggestions to your father to develop this business?
Yes, ma'am, I have given because of the shortage of hands which he has at present. I think like I have suggested him to come to online selling platform like Amazon and Flipkart, but I think he's a bit hesitant about it.
So, what do you think of these e-commerce is developing in a fast pace? What do you think of it? Is this affecting the street vendors and those who are not opting for online?
Ma'am, it is indeed affecting these small street vendors because they do not have the sufficient digital literacy or the platform available for them to sell the products. But I think as a solution, the government has come up with the ONDC platform, which is the democratic and decentralized form of online selling. I think it's more easy for these small vendors like my father to come on board and also sell the products. I think steadily we are bridging the gap which is being between these street vendors and the online platform.
Then is your father online now?
Through GEM portal, he's selling the online.
Achha, thank you.
Thank you so much.
So, Shivam, your interview is over.
Thank you.
Just give us 2 minutes. We'll discuss among ourselves and come back to you and give the feedback.
Thank you.